I'm taking the topic from Algera portion. Okay. So today we start this one, that is ratio and proportion. So we'll try to understand the basic concept of what we understand by the ratio and the proportion and the related questions from the ratio and proportion. Okay. So first of all, as we know that the numbers, there are different types of numbers: whole numbers, natural numbers, real numbers, okay, and integers also. Okay. And we have already understood about the fractional number, that is 2 upon 7. For example, a upon b, or for example, you say 11 by 17, or you can say 13 by 5. So these are the numbers which are written in the fraction form. Okay. So the upper part will be known as numerator, and the down one will be denominator. Or you can know the next name, antecedent and constant. Okay. So what I mean to say is that if a number is written in the form of a upon b, where the numerator and denominator both are given, such type of number can be expressed as a is to b. Here we can write 2 upon 7 as 2 is to 7. In this case, we can write 11 is to 17. And in this case, we can write as 13 is to 5. So it is very clear that the number which are in the fraction can be written in the terms of ratio. And this is written as a is to b. And this is can be written as 2 is to 7. So these types of number are known as the numbers in the ratio. Okay. So there are different type of ratios also. Okay. Now for example, if a upon b equals to 1. So what do you understand by this thing? A upon b equals to 1. That is a equals to b. Then this type of ratio is known as ratio of equality. In the number 2 case, if a upon b is greater than 1, that means a is greater than b. This is known as ratio of greater or not equality. It will be known as greater inequality. The third point, if a by b is less than 1, so this is the less than 1, that means a is less than 1, then it is known as ratio of lesser inequality. So my dear students, so you must know there are the 3 types of ratio. If the ratio represents the same value, that means the numerator and the denominator have the same value. As for example, you say 2 upon 2, where the numerator and denominator both are same. In this case, 3 upon 2, where the numerator is greater. And in this case, 2 upon 3, where the denominator is greater. These 3 types of ratio are known as ratio of equality, ratio of greater inequality, and ratio of lesser inequality. Let's go to the first question. Express the following as ratio and write the condition. So first of all, we just make this year into months. Okay, now find the value. 2 months divided by 12 months. So you will get 1 upon 6, so which is less than 1. So here the denominator is greater and numerator is small. So it becomes ratio of lesser inequality. Now in this case, it becomes 5 kg divided by 200 grams. We just convert 1 kg equals to 1000 grams, 5000 grams, 200 grams. Just cancel 25. So you get 25 by 1, which is greater than 1. So this is known as ratio of greater inequality. So I hope you all are understanding that what are the types of ratio. That is ratio of inequality greater and inequality ratio. Now let's come to this point: mixed ratio and compound ratio. What do you understand by the mixed ratio or compound ratio? Okay. So mixed ratio, what you are supposed to do? The ratio will be given you as 2 ratios or 3 ratios or 4 ratios. So here I am providing you the 3 ratios. Okay. So if you are supposed to find the compound ratio or mixed ratio, same thing. You have to multiply the numerator of first ratio, second ratio and third ratio. That is 4 into 5 into 9. And the denominator of the 3 ratios. 5 into 7 into 11. Now you find the resultant value. 5 will be cancelled. 9 4 is 36, 7 into 11, 77. So this is the way how you are supposed to get the value of mixed ratio or compound ratio. Okay. Now let's go to the next topic, which I have written here. That is, what is given the inverse ratio. Okay. So the question is given here. Find inverse ratio of 7:4. The ratio is given as 7:4. You have to find the inverse ratio. Very simple. Just invert the ratio. You can directly write as 4:7. How it becomes that 1 by 7 is to 1 by 4. You just get the reciprocal and just cross multiply it. So you will get the inverse ratio. So I have already explained you regarding the 3 types of ratios and the mixed ratio or compound ratio, and how you are supposed to get the inverse ratio, because this type of questions are very important related to this type of properties. The many questions are supposed to be. So this is the equation. If x is to y equals to 3 is to 4, find the value of 3y minus x is to 2x plus 5. So by this value you are supposed to find this answer. Okay. So given x is to y, 3 is to 4, x by y, 3 by 4, or x by 3 equals to y by 4. Hope you have understood. Just replace the 3 and 4 in this manner. Okay, 3 and 1. So from here, you just substitute this value as k. So from this relation, x by 3 equals to k, you can easily get the value of x as 3k. 3 into k. In the similar way, you equalize y by 4 equals to k, very clearly you get the value of y equals to 4k. So now we have the value of x and y as 3k and 4k. Now substitute this value in this relation. Now 3y minus x divided by 2x plus y. You substitute the value of y as 4k and x as 3k. X as 3k and y as 4k. Hope you have understood. 12k minus 3k, 6k plus 4k. So 12 minus 3 you will get the 9, and 6 plus 4 you will get 10 k. So you finally answer you get 9 is to 10. So this is a very simple process to get the value. So here you have 10x plus 3y is to 5x plus 2y equals to 9 is to 5. So from this relation, you are supposed to prove that this value equals to 11 is to 30. Okay. So first of all, you just find x is to y from this relation. Equals to 9 is to 5 is 9 by 5. You just cross multiply. 50x plus 15y equals to 45x plus 18y. So you get minus 45x from here, minus 15y, you get your 5x, you get your 3y. Now, what you are supposed to do? X by y. So x by y means the coefficient of x is 5, you replace your 5, and coefficient of y is 3, you get your 3. So from this relation, if the question asks you, find the value of x is to y, you have found the value of x is to y as 3 is to 5. But in this question, you have to proceed more. to prove this one. So it's very simple. You get it in this form, and x by 3 equals to y by 5 equals to k. So from this relation, we obtain the value of x as 3k and the value of y as 5k. Now you just substitute the value of x and y in this relation, you will get the answer. Okay. So the question has given you as so that, so you are supposed to write LHS. 2x plus y divided by x plus 2y. So x 3k, y 5k. It's very simple. So 6 plus 5 you will get 11k, 10 plus 3 you will get 13k, and finally you got the value as 11 is to 13, where the RHS is given here. Okay. So this is the process I was supposed to do. Now from this question, if the question has given you the relation is this one, and you are supposed to find the value of x is to y or a is to b, then you can do in this process. Okay, but this question has little more explanation, so you just follow the simplest process that you can easily get the. Okay, students, now let's see this example. Okay, so hope you have understood about the ratio. Now I'm talking about, there are four numbers 2, 3, 4 and 6. If you write this number in a sequence, that is 2 by 3 equals to 4 by 6, or 2 is to 3 equals to 4 is to 6. Suppose if the product of extreme terms is equal to product of middle terms, then this 4 number will be in proportional. So you just multiply this two. Okay, no. Product means this two, middle number. That means extreme terms. 2, 6, you get 12, and 3 and 4, you get 3 into 4 equals to 12. Therefore, 2 by 3 is directly proportional to 4 is to 6. So these are the extreme terms and these are the middle terms. If we multiply the extreme numbers and that value is equal to the product of the middle numbers, then we can definitely say that these 4 numbers are in proportion. Okay, so from this related term, I am going to solve a few questions related to proportional. I am dealing with the 3 type of questions. Okay. So first question is given here. Find the fourth term from these 3 numbers. Okay. So these 3 numbers are in proportional and the fourth number is missing. That means sometimes the question may give as an asterisk mark also, and the question may ask you to find the missing term. Okay. So here the 3 numbers are given and the fourth number is not given. I have assumed the fourth number as x. Let the fourth proportional be x. The question has already given you that these 4 numbers are in proportional. So 6 is to 9 is directly proportional to 12 is to x. 6 by 9, 12 by x. You just first multiply it and you get the value of x as, therefore x equals to 18. So you can write that the value of fourth proportional will be 18, so that the 4 numbers will be in proportional. The next question is here, find the third term. So this is the first and this is the second, and let us assume the third proportional be x. Okay. So these 3 numbers are also in proportional. So I have assumed the let third proportional be x. So these three numbers are in proportional. That means 5 is to 10 is directly proportional to 10 is to x. So when the four numbers are given, you write in this form. When the three numbers, one number you have to assume, you should write in this form. So now you just get the value. Okay. 10 times the 100 or x equals to, you will get as 20. So the 20 is your third proportional number. 5, 10, 20. These three numbers are in the proportional. Okay. So here I have deal with the fourth proportional, here third proportional, and now this question is very important also, that you are supposed to find the mean proportional. Here also the question has given the two numbers. Okay. So mean proportional means 5 and 20 is here, and mean is not given. So we have assumed the middle number as x. So you just write down, let the mean proportional be x. Now it can be written in the form 5 by x equals to 5 is to x is directly proportional to x is to 80, or you can directly write as 5 by x by 80, or x square equals to 400, or x equals to root over 400. So finally you got the value as 20. You just consider the positive value. Okay. So if the numbers 20 represents in the middle, then this sequence will be in a proportional. So hope you have understood how to find the value of fourth proportional, third proportional, and mean proportional. Okay. Now I am going to the next topic. Just see this question. It has many times appeared in the Madhyamik examination also, ICSE and CBSE exam also. This is one of the very important question. So question is given here. If x is to b, y is to b, and z is to c are equal, that is x by a, y by b, and z by c is equal, then the first step you are supposed to do that, the substitute with k. Let this ratio equals to k. So from this relation, when you cross multiply, you will get x equals to ak. In the similar manner, y equals to, you will get bk, and z equals to, you will get ck. Y by b equals to k means y equals to bk, and z by c equals to k means z equals to ck. Okay. So from here we have found the value of x as ak, y as bk, and z equals to ck. Now let's go to the LHS. So LHS is given here s cube, y cube, z cube divided by a cube, b cube, and c cube. So you have the value of x as ak, divided ak, and the cube is given here. You replace with cube. Okay. If the square will be here, then you can write square. If to the power 4 is given, then you have to write to the power 4. Y means bk, bk cube. Z means ck. You are getting c cube. And in the denominator, you have to write as it is the number k. So from this relation, ak whole cube means a cube k cube. A cube k cube. And here you will get b cube k cube, and from here you will get c cube k cube divided by a cube plus b cube plus c cube. Okay, so students, now you just see there what you are getting here, common as k cube. So find the common. Okay, cancel this one. And we have found the value of LHS as k cube. Now try to make the RHS as k cube, then your answer will be proved. Okay, let's go to RHS. RHS is given x by z divided by a, b, c. So x ak, y bk, and z as ck. A, B, C, C cancel. K, we have found as LHS as k cube and RHS also k cube. On the last line, you just write LHS equals to RHS cube. So this is very important question that you are supposed to try very hard at your home. Okay, and try to find more and more questions related to first type of question and just try to solve it. Go to the next question. The next question is given here. A, comma B, comma C and D are in continuous proportion. Sometimes the question may give up to A, B, C are in continuous proportion, or it may give given as A, B, C, D, E are in continuous proportion. Okay, so the question may vary. But in this question, we have given it is given here A, B, C, D are in continuous proportion. So what do you understand by the continuous proportion? A is to B equals to B is to C equals to C is to D. So we have to make ourselves in this form: A by B, B by C, C by D. So this is known as continuous proportion. A by B, B by C, and C by D. Just see here, B has repeated and C also repeated. Okay, but the continuous proportion has given up to D. So now just let A by B, B by C, and C by D equals to K. So from this relation, it is clear that A equals to BK, B equals to CK, and C equals to DK. So in this type of question, what you are supposed to do, you just don't write from the front, you just write from the back. First of all, I am writing here C as DK, C equals to DK, and B equals to CK, and A equals to, you get BK. Got it? First step. Now in the second step, what you are supposed to do? Here already the C as value as DK. In this C, in the place of C, just replace with B. So you will get the value of B as DK square. In the last term, A equals to DK. In place of B, you just substitute DK square. So you will get the value as DK cube. So this is the very important steps you must know. First of all, you write from the back side C equals to DK, B equals to CK, and A equals to BK. And after that, you substitute the value of B and value of B and C. Okay. Now let's go to the LHS. So LHS is given here. A square plus B square plus C square into B square plus C square plus D square. Okay. So this is the multiplication sign. A, we are getting a value as DK cube, B, DK square, and C means DK. So in the similar manner, we just replace the value of A, B, and C. Okay, students. So we get your D square to the power 6, D square to the power 4, D square and K square. So from this relation, you can find the common D square K square. So if you write the common outside, then you'll get K to the power 4 remain, K square plus 1 is remaining. Okay. From here, D square is common. We'll get K to the power 4 plus K square plus 1. Okay, so students, you shall see here D square, it becomes D to the power 4, and K square is here, and K to the power 4 plus K square plus 1, we are getting twice. Okay, so this is the expression, lowest form of LHS. Now from the RHS, you can get the value as LHS. Okay. So RHS is given here AB plus BC plus CD all square. Just substitute the value of A. DK cube, B, DK square, DK. Hope you are understanding, dear students. So D square, D K to the power 3 and K square. You have to add the power according to the law of indices. k to the power 5, d square k cube and d square k. Okay, now get the common d square k. You get k for 4 k square plus 1 and whole square. Okay, the final d square means d to the power 4 k square and k to the power 4 plus k square plus 1 whole square. Okay, so just see here the expression of LHS d to the power 4 k square into k to the power 4 plus k square plus 1 whole square. In the RHS, you can get the value d to the power 4 k square into k to the power 4 plus k square plus 1. So it is very clear that LHS and RHS are true. So this is the way how we are supposed to proceed the question. Okay, you must know the process how to get the value when the question is given that A, B, C, D are in continuous proportion. Sometimes the question may be given as A, B, C are in continuous proportion, or A, B, C, D, E are in ratio and proportion identities. We call the term as identities. This is also the question related to ratio and proportion, but little bit of other problem only. Okay, just you have to sometimes you have to manipulate the questions. Okay, so it is given here x by y equals to a plus 2 divided by a minus 2. The question is given as a plus 2 divided by a minus 2. Now you are supposed to prove that x square minus y square divided by x square plus y square. Okay, so it's very simple process. In place of y, you just make a plus 2 and y, I just let k. But I am teaching you the next type of process also. Okay, using some properties. Okay. So what you are supposed to do, first of all, you just see here, square is given here. So first of all, you just make square, squaring both the sides. So you get x by y whole square equals to a plus 2 divided by a minus 2 whole square. Clear? So you get here x square by y square. You get here a plus 2 whole square, a minus 2 whole square. Okay? Finished up here. Hope you have understood. We have done only squaring both the sides. Now in the LHS side, it is given that this s square and y square should be subtracted in the numerator and this should be added in terms of denominator. So I am just writing here by addendum and dividend. Okay, so s square by s square and y square by y square. This is the property, okay? Numerator, denominator, and you can have your plus and your minus, but as per the question, it depends upon the question. So I am writing here minus and plus. So this is the special property: addendo, dividendo, componendo, subtrahendo, invertendo. There are many types of properties, okay? So as per the question has given here the minus and here it's plus. So I am just writing the numerator and numerator. So numerator of this form s square and denominator is y square. So in the LHS I have written the numerator and minus plus denominator. The same process should be followed in case of right hand side also. First of all, we write down the numerator. Numerator is as here a plus 2 whole square. Okay, I have written the numerator and you just write the denominator in both the sides. Up and down. Clear? Now I have given here minus and plus. I have considered the minus and plus. You just consider the minus and plus. Now just simplify this RHS and get the value as this one. Then the answer will be true. Okay. Now let's come here. S square minus y square. S square plus y square equals to. I think you have known the formula. This one. A plus b whole square minus a minus b whole square, you will get your formula as 4ab. Okay, and the next formula a plus b whole square plus a minus b whole square equals to 2 into a square plus b square. Okay, so by using this formula, see here a plus b whole square minus a minus b whole square, the formula is given as 4ab. 4 A means A, B means 2. Clear? Upper part. In the denominator, the formula is in this form 2 into A square plus B square. Just write 2. A square means A square, B square means 2 square. So just simplify 4 to the cancel 2 2. You will get a 4. You will get A square plus 2 square means 4. Just see here. So finally, we got s square minus y square, s square plus y square as 4a by a square plus 4, which is proved. Clear? So this property also is very important. Okay, in this property, it is not mandatory to write the minus in the numerator only. Just see the question. In the question, is the minus is given in the numerator. You just have minus here and denominator. This question. This is a very important question. We have seen this question many times in the board examination also. So here the question is given here: a square by b plus c equals to b square by c plus a equals to c square by a plus b equals to 1. Equals to 1. Okay, you must remember this one. And you are supposed to show that, then prove that the value of this expression is 1. Okay. So it's very simple. A square by b plus c, b square by c plus a, c square by a plus b equals to 1. In the previous question, I have written here as a. In that place, the question has already given you as 1. Okay. So from this relation, we can get the value as a square means b plus c into 1, which equals to b plus c. B square equals to c plus a into 1. It becomes c plus a, and c square equals to a plus b into 1. Okay, what we have understood? So from this relation, we have found the value of a square as b plus c, b square as c plus a, and c square as a plus b. Okay, now LHS. Let's see the LHS. What the LHS is given? 1 by 1 plus a, 1 by 1 plus b, 1 by 1 plus c. Okay, so write it again. It will be easier for you to understand. Okay. So the question has given us only a, but we have found the value of a square. That means from this relation, if we go to try go and just find the value of a, it becomes root over b plus c, and if we substitute the value of a as root over b plus c in this expression, it will become very complicated. Okay, so what you do? Just simple manipulate this one. You try to make this a as a square in this place, so that you can easily substitute the value as b plus c. So how you can manipulate? The question has given you as a. If you multiply this a with a into a, it becomes a square. In the similar manner, if you multiply this b with b, it becomes b square, and this c with the c. Okay, for this a, b, and c has you have substitute yourself. Okay, so you have to make a place to cancel it. Hope you have understood. Okay, so this is known as manipulation. A. So you have to multiply this with 1 also and with a also. It becomes a divided by a plus a square, b, b plus b square, c, c plus c square. Clear, students? Okay. Now it becomes easier to substitute the value of a square. A square means b plus c. In place of b square, you write down c plus a. And in place of c, you just write down a plus b. Now you can arrange this one as a plus b plus c, and this also a plus b plus c. So I am just rewriting the a plus b plus c as in the denominator. A plus b plus c, a plus b plus c, and a plus b plus c. You have to arrange yourself, okay? So from here you get a plus b plus c. Now you can easily cancel this one, and you finally got the value as 1. Okay, so this is also one of the very important question if A by B plus C equals to B by C plus A equals to C by A plus B, prove that the value of each ratio is 1 by 2, or if A plus B plus C is not equal to 0, then you are supposed to show that A equals to B equals to C. This question may come in A by B plus C equals to B by C plus A, C by A plus B. Okay, so this is the first ratio, and second ratio, and third ratio. So first of all, you have to prove that 1 by 2. So you have to use the property add and do each ratio. So what do you understand by add and do each ratio? Sum of the antecedent divided by sum of the consequent, means sum of the numerator divided by sum of the denominator. That means, so value of each ratio is, you have to add the numerator of the three ratios and denominator of the three ratios. Clear? So you get your A plus B plus C. 2A, 2B, 2C. So A plus B plus C divided by, you just find the common. Okay. So you have found the value as 1 by 2, which is proved. Okay. So you have used the property by add and do each ratio. Clear? Okay. So here the question is given here. You are supposed to prove this as 1 by 2. Okay. So this question has, I had, in my point of view, it has come in your Mathematic 2015 also and 11 also. I think so. Okay. Anyway, so the main point, if the question asks you to find the value as 1 by 2, you just use the property add and do each ratio. But in case of 1 by 2, if the question asks you as -1, so you have to use substando each ratio. You just consider the two ratios and just subtract the numerator and denominator, you will get the value as -1. Okay. Now the main question is, you are supposed to prove A is to B is to, like if A equals to B equals to C, which is very important. Okay. So first of all, you have to consider from the first and second ratio. Okay, these two ratios, first and second. A by B plus C equals to B by C plus A. Cross multiply these two. Okay, you will get AC plus A square, B square plus BC, or A square minus B square. Clear? Plus this one, AC, you get this one, BC equals to 0. So you know the formula of A square minus B square, A plus B into A minus B. Here you get C as common, A minus B. Okay. So student, you can clearly see that A minus B and A minus B can be out. That is, you can take the common. Okay. So you have got the two factor, A minus B equals to 0, and other is A plus B plus C is equal to 0. So in this expression, it is clear that if this factor becomes equals to 0, this will not become equals to 0. And if this is equal to 0, this will not be equal to 0. But as for the question has already given you that the A plus B plus C is not equal to 0. So therefore, A minus B equals to 0, since A plus B plus C is not equal to 0. So A equals to B. Clear? So from this two relations, we have found that A equals to B. Now we have to consider the second and the third relation. Second and third relation, B by C plus A equals to C by A plus B. Whatever you have followed the process in this two X ratio, same process you have to follow here. Okay, so multiply this one. So a square minus b square. Find the common. So it is clear that b minus c equals to 0 since a plus b plus c is not equal to 0. So from this relation, it is clear that b equals to c. Okay. So from this two relation, we found the equation 1 as a equals to b, and from these two relations, second and third, we found the second equation as b equals to c. So it is very clear from the equation 1 and equation 2 that a equals to b, where b equals to c. So from equation 1 and 2, a equals to b and b equals to c. So therefore, a equals to b and b equals to c. I hope you have understood more or less very important topics from the ratio and proportion. This will be the part 1 video. In the part 2 video, I will try to solve few questions only, but that will be very harder questions that will be very beneficial to you. Okay.